Testing. 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 Welcome to October 7, 2018 Forex daily analysis on currency pairs. Today we are going to analyze basic on supply and demand for all the pairs we have in the list, and went over some preview from the possibility setup from the previous video. Okay, so we're going to go through this really quick today because we have a lot of pairs and a lot of chart already drawn. So we'll just go over one by one really quick right now. So first pair, AUD CAD. We haven't updated so much since last draw. From the trend line break, higher high been broke the previous low and haven't been retraced. So we just need to wait for a retrace back for possible entries for this area. So these pairs eventually can put on our watch list. AUD CAD for today's. And we can actually put some numbers here as our entry areas. So we're expecting around this area entry, stop loss on the top, and go for 1-to-1 and 1-to-2 target price. Okay, this is our initial entry and stop loss. The reason why we are doing this is we are in a downtrend with the supplies been testing on a weekly and price drop, breaking the low, forming a higher high, and the low between the higher high has been broke. Haven't retraced back yet, so we haven't touched anything yet. And also trend line is holding a good place. So we'll see if we are going to have any retrace back around this area. Okay, next pairs. AUD CHF. This pair is the respective supply and higher high. Low hasn't been broke, haven't been tested, so we will skip this one till the low has been touched. And we're looking for some retrace back for the entry possibility. So AUD CHF will come back another day to see if that's going to happen. AUD JPY, in our previous video, we have some possible setup expectation. And today we're going to update this real quick. So supply been respected. Demand has been tested 1, 2, 3. And it's the fourth time come back. And on the daily has been touched back the once for a currently demand zone. So according to what we see in the 4-hour, higher high has been testing on the low and a pullback in this area, which we already missed. So if this come back, probably it's going to be this area. We're going to expecting some retesting for supply zone. For supply zone is where we have the pricing push down, very thrusting action like this, and to break the previous low in a short time. We are looking for this to create our supply zone or demand zone. Okay, so this pair, actually we can update as the watch list for second touchback. So we are not expecting for any setup yet, but we might come back other day to see how's that progress and unfold. This pair, AUD New Zealand, this one haven't changed much on a big time frame. Supply has been touched 1, 2, 3. Demand haven't touched back on the area right here. Let me update the area here real quick. Okay, so the demand has been touched. Supply on the belly zone has been touched. 1, 2. Demand has been touched 1, 2, 3. So downward possibility is higher than upward. And we haven't seen any higher high. Yeah, actually we does. Here's higher high. And neckline has been touched a couple times. Pull back with upward around this area. This could be the possible short trade. I don't feel comfortable to do that because MACD is not alignment with the direction we are trading it. Right now it's flat. There's no big action on our price demand zone. Only the action moving downward for supply zone. So we'll see how that goes in our hourly chart. Maybe the previous high is going to be touched again right here for our possibility short entries. The pricing is chopping around like this. We would like to see some fast action. So we'll put it on the list, see how's that progress. Okay, next one. AUDSGD on the previous list, this is expecting short because the demand zone, supply zone has been created by breaking the previous low on the weekly and the day. And for 4 hour, we have higher high testing the neckline broke. So we're expecting some retrace from this area where is this zone. Hopefully we can go cluster area for entries, which is right here, and stop right on the top for the short. So we'll put it right here, and this is our stop loss. Okay. Okay, expecting short. If any time that's approaching upward, we were expecting some short entries. According to low supply has been create a new low. Okay, next one. This one haven't changed a lot. In the weekly time frame, we have touching demand zone 1, 2, 3, and the fourth time is family punch through. So we're expecting some short happening in the lower time frame. Supply zone has been respected in the day and breaking the low. So right now, similar situation happened. Higher high, neckline being broke, neckline being broke. So if we want to looking for short entries, we will look in this area where the MACD 5061 as a short. But I normally like the higher to for entry like 61 or 78 areas. So we will see how's that progress for the uptrend following week. As the setup has been forming yet, we will not put in this for watch list, but in this case, we can just put in the list for reference. Okay, so we have 4 pairs alignment together in the big chart. We're just waiting for how high it's going to be retraced. Sometimes it's not going to retrace pass through the previous low, or sometimes we're going through upward to this big area where we have big candle action here as a zone for possible retrace area. That is some supply zone. We are expecting some short happening around this area. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. So far, 2 pairs possible setup. They retrace back in the short time. We might put some orders in. Next one, CAD Swiston, first time back, almost touch it for supply zone. And weekly, we have touch once, touch twice. So upward has been test twice. And this one, okay. We'll see this one as the higher high, divergent, testing the leg line. And we are going for short on this. Okay, here's some sweet spot, round number, psychology entry point, and some big candle wick right here, big price drop. So MACD crossing down parallel, this is a good sign to enter as a short. So we might open some orders right here in round number area. I would say 61. Okay, round number could be a good place to enter the shorts. We'll go right here. Okay, so this is very high possibility we'll open order according to the hourly chart reactions. Now we just need to wait for cross pair confirmation. Next, CAD yen. This is from last week's list, possible long. Why it's long is because we have some demands on the bottom, and the pricing is traced back to the previous high in 4 hours. But right now, trend line is still holding in place. According to previous pair, we might looking for further correction on the downside. Weekly supply zone hold a place. Daily, we might have some trend line broke in daily. Hopefully, happen couple days later. 4 hour trend line still in place. So this possibility in long is what we are expecting if we touch here. But in short time, we might expecting some short possible correction for S entries. From the previous drawing, we have Fibonacci, retrace back. Okay, let me redraw again. We have double top. Here's a little higher high, higher low, divergent. Okay, so we are expecting some entries happening around previous low or higher around this area. Good area for shorts between 78 and 61 or higher if we go in the high. Okay, so this is what we're expecting for low short, since we have all the MACD in a good place in the inverse hammers in the weekly. Let's just put this one as a high expectation order for short. Okay, short. So we have two crossing pair, point downward, good sign for short entries. Next one. Touch. Nothing much here. We haven't touched the previous drop supply zone area yet. And the MACD still up, 4 hours down, and the point going move upward with a correction MACD. So higher high, higher low, divergent. We could expecting some short setup right here around 61 area with the weekly M3 lane, win 3 label. Let's just put right here. Okay, CAD, SA, GD, short 10712A is our entry. Stop loss. Okay, 3-pair align. This is looking good. We just need to be a watch out for touch up this area. So your stop loss might need to move higher to touch your up area before it's drop again, or without a big retracement in the previous low area, maybe then we'll drop again. Well, it depends how high it's going to retrace, because we saw those 2 pairs, they're retracing very high before it's dropped as a setup. So this pair, if you need to retrace according to those 2, maybe go pass through the previous high. Just keep in mind, don't put your stop loss too close. Okay, next pair, Swiss yen. Supply zone been touched 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And demand zone just reached right here. We don't have any trend break, lower, so hopefully it's previous neckline being touched before we can see any setup happen. Demand zone almost reach here, demand zone. So this is like a previous high being touched, retest, and touch a previous high to test. For upward, we don't have any higher high, lower happen, so no setup. Next, demand zone has been touched 1, 2, 3, 4, and the supply zone been dropped with a big candle, break the previous low. Because we have a couple tests, so just watch out for a downward. Right now we have divergent form, but everything is pointing upward, because right here we kept couple testing, no, actually pointing downward. Couple testing on the lower side didn't break through, so possibility going lower will be very high. We just need to wait till what's the price going to reaction around this area between the supply zone and those previous low. So maybe expecting some retracement for short-term time frame for long. So according to the alignment and bias, there's no setup for long, for short. Next, demand zone hasn't been touched. Supply zone hasn't been touched, and we have previous low been touched right here. Hopefully we're going up here and then make some setup. So right now we are looking for upward in the short time frame. See if anything happening in the upward right here. No setup. Next. Supply zone been touched once. Demand zone haven't been touched anything. And the previous high has been touched a couple times. And the demand zone been broke. So we're looking for the next level, which is around here. We don't have seen any thrusting movement action, so this is just for reference. The real thrusting demand zone in day will be this one, big candle. See? Okay. So this area will be something we're expecting holding and see some action happening. So right now we don't have anything happening here. Just keep eye on this one. Next. Demand zone touched twice. Supply zone hasn't been touched. Previous low been touched 1, 2, 3 times. And this is a previous supply zone drop, been touched twice. So upward possibility higher than the downward. We just need to wait till see lower neckline being broke, retrace for long process. Okay, no setup on this one. Next, demand zone thrusting up, trace back, testing previous high. Demand zone test the previous high, going upward. Okay, so we have some new demand zone forming here by breaking this high. So this is our update one. So upward, no lower low, no setup. Next. Supply zone been touched 1, 2. And the demand zone been touched once. And the demand zone, supply zone haven't been touched yet. So right now, this one is kind of the sideway. If we draw a trend line, it'll be look like this. We're still in the good shape of the short. Nothing is being violent yet. We have a couple tests on the downward and one time test on the upward, and forming the very good setups right here. Higher high, breaking the neckline, and we're expecting pricing to trace back to this area as entries. So 78, 61. If we are looking for Fibonacci entries level, let's check it out. Okay. So if we are expecting any short entries, I was expecting 61.8 with a round number and the stop loss on the top. That will make much more sense. And here's the drop. So we have good room for the stop loss. This is going to be a good setup possibility. Short stop loss. This one is good. So we just need to see if there's any cross pair confirm this setup. Okay. The main beam violet. Touch once, twice. This is head and shoulder. Hopefully we'll break up upward. Below low, we haven't seen any neckline been testing. Even we have trend line breaking here. But we'll see how that unfold after it's touched this neckline right here. So long setup against our previous one is a short setup. So Europe pairs gotta be watch out for the short. Okay, next pair. This one is gonna be pound in Australian. Demand zone hasn't been touched a couple times on the previous low, testing breakthrough. So we are expecting higher retrace. And this can be valid. So this one's gone. We have a new one form in here. Okay. And nothing happening so far. We just need to wait what happens when it reaches demand supply zone. Okay. This pair would be demand zone touch 1, 2, 3 times on demand zone. Supply zone being touched 1, 2, 3 times. Trend line in place. We have higher high breaking through, going upward. If the trend line hold, we might expecting some setups right here for the entry level. There's a round number or 78. This is our zone area 1. This is our zone for supply area 2. We might looking for some 78 entries, and there's some stop loss on the top. So we have some setup happening here. That's going to be 170703 for short, 72038 for stop loss. This one is good setup. So cross pair check. We don't have any pound setup in here. Canadian, we have 1, 2 in short. This one in short against the pair relationship. So doesn't look good as a short entries compared to what we see right here. Just need to wait and then we'll see what happens next. Okay, pound switch, supply zone test once, demand zone test once. No higher high, no neckline broke, so nothing happens here. This one, demand zone test 1 twice, supply zone test 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay. So this might moving higher compared to moving lower. We just need to wait till if any retrace back for a particular zone for entries. So no setup. Demand zone touch once, Supply zone form, pricing moving higher, nothing happening. Next. Supply zone have been touched, demand zone touched 1, 2, 3 times. Downward possibility is higher than upward. And this one, yeah, we just mentioned last time. If we want to entry, this is the entry point we want to see, because this is the higher high, like line test, retrace back the first high and drop. If you entry right here, you will finish your stop loss and end up 1-to-1 winning ratio, and being stop out on your second half. Then this area is going to be our second entries, but look like we have testing a couple times. If we want to entry again, maybe this area is going to be our next stop as a short entries. So short term, no setup. Long term, we're expecting this area to see something happen. Okay, no setup. So one more. Demand zone haven't touched. Previous high touched one twice. Supply zone haven't touched. Previous low touched once, twice. This is the previous low we're talking about. Pricing break the low and the comeback touch once, twice. So since we have supply zone respected and we have lower neckline broke on the 4 hour, maybe we are looking for some retrace back in this area for the long entries. Since we have demand zone being respected and the previous high being respected. So long trade is what we see here. Plus trend line break. It's good. Okay. So we just need to wait till it's come back for any retrace happening. We can put this on our watch list. Okay. So pound, these two is against each other. Not a good sign to enter. But Canadian, those three aligning together, we just need to watch out how high it's going to be retraced for the short entries. This could be a good setup for Canadians. Okay, going next. So we're done with the pound. No setup for pounds. Even we do, it's not correct response to crossing pair. So not a good idea to short. New Zealand, Canadian, we have demand zone being violet. So this is our next stop. We'll see if they're going to have any reaction on our next level. Supply zone just create a fresh new, having retrace back, price still dropping. So no sign of the retracement. Skip. Demand zone, supply zone, haven't touched. Previous low, touch once, which is right here. And we have higher high, neckline in test. So could be the good sign for any retracement entry as a short. If we want to enter, I would say somewhere around Fibonacci cluster area plus the Fibonacci area. 50 and 61 area could be the good sign to press to enter. I'll say right here. The stop loss if we put this high, this does not make sense. The risk is too high. But we'll put in a list to see how it's going to retrace. With our watch list on this pair. Next, demand zone test once, demand zone test twice, 3 times. Drop. We have like triple top. 1, 2, 3. Drop. If we want to enter as a short, let's see how high is could retraced. Wow. Somewhere around this area, my guess. Round number 50, and the stop, if we put it here, too high. So watch list as usual. No setup, no expecting setup as a good risk ratio. Okay, almost there. Supply zone drop, supply zone drop, supply zone drop, nothing. Demand zone touch once. No neckline break. Price still moving in action. No setup. Demand zone touch 1, 2 thrice. Price retrace to the supply zone. We have higher high breaking the trend line. So expecting if we have any neckline such as this and this being touched, we can see any retrace happen. So let's put this one into our watch list. Possible short. Demand zone 1, 2, 3 times. Touch supply zone. Touch 3 times. Higher high neckline break. Update the low. If we want to enter the area of this short setup, would be yep, it's around 50 area. Everything clustered right here. So if we put our stop loss on top, risk is too high. Let's see, everything is aligned together in this pair. SGD align, SGD align, yen align. See, everything aligned together. The risk is just too high. We don't want to take this kind of the trade. I always like to put my stop loss on the previous high, the highest point. Okay. Price on touch once, demand on touch one twice. Demand on touch one twice. Supply zone haven't touched. We have lower happening. The previous high haven't touched. So no setup on this one. Supply zone has been touched 1, 2, 3, 4 times back. Demand zone touched once. So possibility moving higher is bigger than short. We are looking for low, which is right here, low, neckline break, retrace back. This is what we want to do the entries. But this one is second back. So if we want to go to second time entries, we want to see the new neckline, which is here being formed, that's been touched and retrace back before we move higher. But right now, price still in action, no setup. And one more pair to go. Demand zone touch 3 times. Supply zone touch 3 times, correction. Demand zone haven't touched anything. Demand zone touch 1, 2, 3 times. Supply zone still in action. So pricing moving upward, try to break through, which is forming our most famous racing wedge pattern. Okay, so higher high, if pricing tests this low and retrace back, that is the place we want to short. So pricing action, nothing happened. Last pair. Supply zone haven't touched. Testing the previous low. Demand zone touch 1, 2, 3 times. Trend line is still in place. Supply zone has been respected. Higher high, pricing testing. So looking for any short possibility happening. If we want to enter, this could be the area we want to see. The stop loss is this high. It's not going to be a good sign. It's a stubborn risk and reward ratio. Okay, so we went over a lot pairs, possibility, price action setup, which have some cluster with our previous video on the top here. So bottom here still in action. Top here has been updated with those possibility price entries. We just need to check and see if we have any moving setup when pricing retrace, because all the Canadian pairs retrace level is really high. See, the price need to travel almost 100 pairs for our entries. Canadian SGD, this one travel back about 51. So this can be our possible entries. And the last one, CHF, travel 50, 46. Okay, so high possibility would be Canadian switch and Canadian SGD. Those two pairs are our high priority to open the trade. Other pairs, we just need to be aware where do you want to put your stop is. Those are still a good setup. Depends on how you manage your risk. Those are pretty good. So today's review is pretty much about what is going to happen on the next day or two. Everything is based on the supply and demand zone, which is moving by the big price action has been created. If you want to learn more, click the link below to the personal coach I'm using, and create your own trading style that's really fit to your personality. If you want to doing good in short time, you can download my free ebook and learn how to improve your trading skill in 7 days. All the stuff I went over here is in my ebook. You can learn for free and improve your trading in 7 days. Any question, feel free to drop down any comment and subscribe. Got notice for any updates in coming up video. All right, that's all for today, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.